CSL yellow daytime lights. See them everywhere now. We're going to be changing those up with our RGB daytime lights. Today I'll be showing you how to install our RGB DRLs onto the F-Series LCI2 headlights. Alright, so first things first, we're going to remove one of the front wheels. Alright, so now for the exciting part, the unboxing. So, what we have in here is Bluetooth controller, brains of the system. We have two pairs of daytime light modules, one for the left side, one for the right, and the required hardware. Also have a sheet which will have the QR code to download the app. Alright, so now that the wheels are off, next step is to install the Bluetooth controller. And to do so, we need to remove this cover to gain access to the wiring harness. To remove this plug from the headlight, there will be two tabs on each side. Just press and pull. And there you go. So the wire that we need access to is this brown wire. This brown wire is the ground wire for the headlight. Just to make it easier, you can pull the tape back. Now, in the kit, we do provide T-tap connectors, but here we prefer to solder, just because we get a better connection. Black, which is for ground, and this is the wire that we are about to solder onto the big brown wire here. And now I'll be soldering the red wire to the red-black wire on the harness. So the next step is for me to mount the Bluetooth controller. It's up to you where you want to mount it, but I've decided that I'll mount it just right over here. It is quite dusty there, so I'm just going to clean it with some ISO, just so the double-sided tape has good adhesion. Once that's all mounted, we need to feed all the wires to the top. Now that the controller is mounted and all the wiring has been done, we no longer require access to the wheel well, so I'm going to be reinstalling the cover. Okay, so now it's time to remove the heatsink, which houses the DRL modules. There are 3 T20 torque screws that I need to remove. Once all the torque screws are out, just gently pull up and release the plugs. Alright, so now that the heatsink is out, we need to remove 2 DRL modules. The plugs are always on the outside and the DRLs are always on the inside of the heatsink. There is a left and right, so this is R for right, the left ones will have the nail. Now to remove these DRL modules, we need to apply some heat, which will make it a lot easier, and just get a flathead screwdriver to pry them out. So just gently pry the board and it should come out. To install the new DRL modules, we do need a clean surface, so if there's any residue, just make sure to remove it. There are 2 DRL modules that we need to install for each heatsink. I'm going to start with the larger one. Behind there is some backing paper for the thermal adhesive tape, which we need to remove. Heatsink plaster. We're going to need a few dabs of this just to help with the adhesion. Two dabs. So just make sure the plug is facing outwards, the LED is facing inwards, like so. Line it all up, press down gently. There you go, and we'll just repeat that for the other DRL module. Now that I've completed this side, I'm going to be repeating it on the other side. This is going to give it time to dry. Now that both sides are complete, the next step is to do the wiring. You'll notice that there is a plus and minus symbol on the DRL module. We're going to be wiring this white wire to the corresponding plus wire on the harness. For this step, I'll be using the provided T-tab. Next, I'll be installing the ribbon cable. So to do so, just pull the clip up, the locking clip, insert the ribbon cable, making sure that the terminals are facing downwards, like that. Once it's in, just push the locking tab back down. And now we will install the factory plugs to the new DRL boards. As you reinstall the heatsink, just be careful not to fold the ribbon cable, so just keep it straight, just like so. Once the heatsink is back on, reinstall the T20 Torx screws. Now we're going to be running the longer ribbon cable over to the other side, and this is how we do it. If you lift up this weather shield, you will notice that there is a little gap over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed this just right over here, push the weather shield back so it's nice and tight, and then run this under the strip itself, just to give it that clean look without having wires running all across your engine bay. And then just press down the weather shield to lock it all in. Now I'll be installing the ribbon cable to the DRL modules that we prepared earlier. So just the same way. Lock it in. Once it's in, we need to plug in the factory plugs into the new DRL boards and just carefully reinstall the heatsink. Just bear in mind not to fold the ribbon cable as you reinstall the heatsink. 3 Torx screws back into the heatsink to secure it. So final step, just neaten up all the cables and wiring so it looks presentable. I'm going to give you guys a quick demonstration on how to change the colors of these DRLs. So we've got a color wheel here, any color I want. If I want to jump back to the OEM white, click there, and there you go. So guys, this is how you install the RGB DRLs for the M3 and M4 F series. Let me know what you think.